What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cigar Night. My name is Rick Guzman. Man, it feels good to be here today, but I'm not by myself. I have my man, the Matt Shavers, here with me, my man.
What's up, man?
How you doing, bro?
Bro, I'm excellent. Excellent.
Dude. We haven't seen each other in a while, man. COVID has restricted us for a little bit, but we're back.
Yeah, dude, it's been fucking weird.
Yeah.
This whole year.
Have you did you ever test for COVID by any chance?
Yeah, I actually tested last week.
Are you serious?
Tested last week, man.
Why are you here?
No, so I tested because I was around somebody who tested positive.
I see.
But the person that I was around tested negative, but I still thought, like, all right, I might as well as a precaution. So I got tested negative.
Sure.
Tested negative. But yeah, that test sucks.
It sucked, man. It did.
Sucks,
I agree. It did suck. I got tested as well. I don't know if I got the one that everyone says, because like I got something on my nose and it tickled, but it wasn't like bad.
They didn't jam it up to your brain?
I don't know. I don't think so. It tickled. It went up there, but it tickled.
You would
yeah,
know.
If you felt it.
Dude, yeah. So my test, so I did the test, but I also did like a study with it, so I got paid.
Oh,
To do the
badass.
study. Yeah, it was nice. Like it was $100, but still, whatever.
Something.
So the regular test, at least at the Freeman, it's just a mouth swab,
Mm-hmm.
and then with the study, it's an additional mouth swab, and then they do one in each nostril, but just here, and that tickles. But then they also jam one up your fucking nose.
Yeah.
And man, like when they did that, it's only for like a couple seconds, but like a single tear just shedded down my face.
What?
It was awful, man.
Yeah,
Like
I don't think I got that one because I was really nervous, and I mean it looked long, like that little whatever you call it, the stick, whatever.
Yeah, like the Q-tip.
Q-tip,
thing,
yeah.
right?
It looked long, and I was like, damn, this is going up my nose, gonna touch my brain.
Yeah, man.
But I felt it up my nose, but it didn't go all the way up there, so I don't know if I got the one that everyone gets. I turned negative, so that was always good, but it was, again, around somebody who was positive, and it was at work, so it is what it is. But yeah, dude, COVID has been weird. I mean, it was a big part of, like, Cigar Night was on hold with, work related and stuff, but I'm glad we're back, and, COVID is slowly going away, slowly. I think things are getting somewhat better.
It seems that way.
It seems that way. I mean, things are opening up. I don't know if they should be, but
Yeah, right. You're right. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Like, they're estimating that or predicting that once it gets like really cold, the time of the year when the normal flu acts up.
Yeah.
We'll see how it plays out. But I don't know. You hear so many different things.
it's a shitty.
It's like who knows what's going on.
And that's the thing too. So I have family members that are taking it like way too serious, and it's a good thing, I guess, taking it serious. But so they're the type that are like, I'm not going out of my house, I'm not touching anybody, I'm not seeing anybody. Like, if you want to talk to me, talk through the window. Like, it's at a point where it's like, relax, like, calm down.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like, they're the kind that you talk to them on the phone and they're like starting to go insane because like they're not going out.
Yeah.
Like, the only sunlight they get is like through their backyard if they go out. Like, they're not going out, like, legit.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of bad for the mindset, because like the brain needs human touch. And like, if you're not getting that, that's kind of fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been weird.
It is a weird time.
Yeah. I would say that, not to sound insensitive to like, people who have died from COVID.
It's legit. It is a real thing.
It's a real fucking thing. But I got to say, just like personally, it's been a really good experience for me. Just like being locked up for a couple of months, like alone, like really, it forces you. I feel like a lot of people changed. I feel like everybody changed during this time, not just because of COVID, but you also had like the George Floyd thing happen and like all this crazy shit happening in the country. But like being forced to stay inside all day, it forces you to like kind of face your inner demons and just think about shit. And then, man, like I went into COVID one way and I came out of this whole thing just completely different.
Really?
And it's been like a really good experience.
That's good.
As far as that goes. I think most people have gone through that.
Well, you find yourself in a sense.
Yeah, in a sense, like, like, dude, like going into COVID, I was just like on this super like bad path of just like everyday 9 to 5 kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? I was just starting to get kind of like dragged out. And then COVID happened. It's like, all right, we're all just going to stay inside. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to fucking drink every day and do whatever I want. And then I ended up getting really fat. And I went up to like 164 pounds, which is the heaviest I've ever been. And then after a couple months, I was like, dude, man, I need to like figure my shit out. So then I stopped drinking for a while, and then changed my eating habits, lost some weight, and then realized, oh wow, this whole time I never thought that I had such a bad relationship with eating, alcohol, smoking, whatever it's been. And then after taking that break, I was like, wow, damn. So then I slowly added all those things back into my life, but in a more like appropriate way, I guess. And now I'm down to 150, which has been cool over the course of 2 months, just from changing my eating habits. So, and then like all kinds of shit, like dude, like conversations with people, you know, it gave me time to focus on music and other projects, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about that, man. Your future projects, because that's what we're about here right now.
Yeah, man.
But you know, while we're on topic of COVID, I don't know if you've gone to restaurants yet, like out. Yeah, so everything was closed, right? And then when things first starting opening up, the first restaurant I went to was IHOP, like legit, because I was like, man, like I was out and I'm like, man, I miss my pancakes, man. Like I miss, dude. I miss coffee from I miss that. Yeah. So I went, and it was the weirdest shit, bro. Like the first time going to a restaurant after things were opening up, it was weird.
What was weird about it?
It felt wrong.
Oh,
it felt wrong. It was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Like, well, I don't think I should be here. It felt weird. It felt wrong. It felt weird being back in a restaurant, and I got used to it again. Yeah. But it felt weird at first, being away from all that for so long, things being closed. So it was interesting getting back into that normal feeling,
or the new sense of normal.
The new sense of normal, yeah, it is weird, and it's weird because like now everyone you see is wearing masks, and like it's normal now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with adapting to the new normal if it's what we got to do as people.
Right.
I mean, you know, people can argue like you shouldn't be going out anyway. Whatever. But like at least like wear the mask, social distance. Like I try to stay away from people. Yeah. Don't touch anything as much as I can.
Right.
But yeah, dude, you got to live your life.
You got to move on. Like you got to live your life. Exactly. You got to do it. Yeah, you got to live. Like you got to do stuff, and I mean, it'll go away eventually. I hope. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah. It'll go away, or, you know, we'll have a vaccine maybe, and then it'll just be like the flu. It's just another thing we got to deal with. Yeah.
But dude, yeah, the 2020 has been weird. And about 2020, you have talked about COVID giving you a sense of new direction, a sense of something new in your life.
Yeah, man.
Music, man. And I know music has always been in your life.
Yeah.
But right now you're taking it even more serious. Now it's official. Mm-hmm. Matt Shavers and his Evil Ways.
Yeah.
The name of, I guess, your band, the name of your musician name, Matt Shavers and his Evil Ways. Talk about that, man. What is that about?
So Matt Shavers and the Evil Ways, I think it's really cool how everything just kind of like came to fruition, like the ideas of everything I've come up with. Not to like suck my own dick, but like I think it's all kind of neat. Yeah, so Matt Shavers and the Evil Ways, the idea behind the name is one of my favorite artists is the White Buffalo, and he has this album, one of my favorite albums of all time, is called Shadows, Grays, and Evil Ways. And a lot of just who I am as a person I just kind of like adopted from his lyrics and everything. And this was when I was working on the cruise ship. Like, this is when the Evil Ways started, was on the cruise ship. Because I was just like, the whole month I was there, I was just like going crazy. So I just had to like, my inner artist was popping out. You know what I mean? Like when you go through some shit, you just can't help but be artistic. So that's when the Evil Ways was essentially born. Originally, in the year before that, it was just going to be called the Villains Club, like my band or whatever. It'd be the Villains Club. And I was like, I don't think I really like that so much. So then Matt Shavers and the Evil Ways happened, and it's like, okay, this is a lot better. But the EP that I'm getting ready to release is Matt Shavers and the Evil Ways, the Villains Club. It's kind of like an homage to like my older self. And there's this whole like concept behind it too that's working out pretty well, I think. Yeah. And, you know, not to be insensitive to those who have died, but like, because of COVID, I got to sit home all day, and that stimulus check, I was able to like, buy some things that I needed in order to record my shit.
Yeah.
So I was able to just for 5 months. Just got to focus on writing music.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't do that before because
right. You got to work. You got a life to deal with, and right now everything got kind of put on hold. For a few months, and so that's awesome, man. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for you. You've posted some songs like on YouTube. I've seen you post some things already. So you have songs out already as it is.
Yeah, so I posted demos on YouTube of the songs that I'm going to release.
Okay.
I've since taken the demos down because I'm getting ready to release the EP.
Right.
So the EP is going to sound a lot cleaner, a little more professional than the demos did. Like the demos is all me. Like I wrote all the parts, wrote all the lyrics, recorded it, produced it, mixed it. That's the demos. And then I hooked up with a couple of friends of mine, took my demos to them, and then in their studio, they're like, all right, well, let's like try to make it more professional.
Clean it up.
Let's clean it up. Yeah. And right now it's in the final stages of being mastered. So it should be released within a couple weeks.
That's badass, man. So I've had a few musicians on the podcast before, and I never asked, and I don't know why, but I want to ask now, what goes into making an EP or what goes into making an album? I mean, we see the final product.
Right.
But like, what's the process of it? I mean, from start to finish, I mean, how long has it taken? And like, what's the process look like?
So I think for everybody, the process is different, right? Depending on how you work. So all I can say is what happened with me.
Yeah.
Dude, so these songs that are on the EP, I wrote these songs 4 years ago.
Wow.
You know, actually, like some of these songs, I only wrote a verse as a poem. Like they start off as a poem that I wrote 4 years ago, back in 2016 when life was really good. And then, and during that time I was like, man, this could be a really good song. And I would try to finish it, but just fucking couldn't. Yeah. And then, you know, and then 2020 came around. I'm like, I was forced to just sit down and I just finished them. And fortunately, I think they came out really well. And that's just the lyrics. As far as the music goes, like the riffs and the chord progressions you're going to hear on the EP, these are all riffs that I wrote fucking long time ago, man.
Yeah.
Like as early as 2008. Like some of the, like
it just came together.
It just came together. Like these are all riffs that like I've just been writing over time and like just sat down with my guitar during quarantine and I was just like, all right, I'm just going to put it all together. Oh shit. Dude, this poem I just wrote, that's going to fit really well with this. So that's kind of like my process. It's kind of like almost waiting for the stars to align.
Right.
But now that I'm doing it a little bit more often, now I'm getting to a point where I can just sit down and just write something, which is really good and cool. So at least for this EP, that's been that process.
Yeah.
I have some other projects that have an even more interesting process behind those too, but we can talk about those if you want later. But
yeah.
So this EP, the Villains Club, that's coming out is gonna be dope.
I'm excited, man.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Any insight as to when we could hear? You said it's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah. It should be coming out within the next couple weeks, and that's just this EP. And then in December, I think I'm gonna be maybe releasing a sequel EP.
Okay.
To the Villains Club. So the Villains Club 2, which is gonna be. And the thing I love about my music, again, not to like kiss my own ass, but like I think it's like a mix of a lot of different sounds. You know, it goes from like this blues rock, Black Keys kind of sounding thing, and then it goes into this really weird like alternative sound, and then it just kind of like ends up back to blues because the blues is like the foundation of everything I write. Essentially, I love blues music. Yeah,
that's badass, man.
Yeah,
bro. We're sitting here thinking, and I'm like, man, I'm thinking, Matt Shavers has been on the podcast 3 times already. This is your 3rd time on the podcast.
Yeah.
But all the other times we talked on it was Star Wars stuff. You know, episode 9 was coming out and all that. But for the first time, we're actually like talking about, you know, life, man. We're talking about you. We're talking about the come up, bro. And it's exciting because, you know, you're like the specialty guest here on Cigar Night.
Oh,
you know,
you've
been on here the most out of everybody.
Thank you.
And so I'm glad that we're here, and I'm glad to see you progressing your future in musician, because it's something that you've always wanted.
Yeah.
Like even talking, I mean, we met in college, and talking to you back then, you're like, man, I want to go back to school for music. Like music has always been something in you.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that you're going for that goal, for that dream, and it's good seeing you, man. Like you look so good. That beard, bro.
Thanks,
looks
man.
So good. That COVID beard.
That COVID beard,
That
yeah,
COVID
dude. Haven't
beard.
shaved. Dude, a couple months ago, I had a purple mohawk.
What?
Yeah, since then I buzzed my head. You know, not it's grown a little.
Looks good, man.
Yeah, yeah, dude, I feel good.
You look good, man.
Thank you.
COVID has treated you well, man.
COVID has treated me very well. I think it was definitely like the first couple months of COVID were rough.
Yeah.
You know, just like having to sit down and just deal with shit. Yeah. But then after that, man, as soon as I recorded that first song, it just all came together.
Yeah.
The first song, Graves, that I did, I sat down, recorded it, and I was just like, wow, this is it.
Yeah.
Like that child in me.
It's yours. And when the thing is like you made that.
Yeah.
So like there's even something even more, there's a good feeling when it's like I did that. And it motivates you to keep doing something else. So like, let's do more. Let's do it. Let's keep doing it.
Yeah, man.
So that's awesome. I remember seeing Graves, and you made a music video for it.
Yeah.
What was that about? Like, how did that go?
So the song is about zombies.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, dude, I don't know. As soon as I got the song done, I was like, dude, I gotta make a music video for this just for fun. And because like I'm friends with like Sean Ross. And all those guys. Sean Ross directed the music video. And like we're a bunch of film dudes.
Yeah.
So like we're all a bunch of versatile kind of guys. And like I wrote the song, and like I wrote the song with this music video in my brain as I was writing it. And I was like, all right, cool, we got to do this. So I hit up Sean. I'm like, yo, Sean, I'm gonna read these lyrics to you. Tell me what you think. And it's a zombie thing. It's like it's about a dude who like is waking up to the zombie apocalypse, right? That's all the song is about.
Yeah, I remember seeing the music video. It was like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And I call up Sean Ross, and I'm like, hey, man, read these lyrics. Tell me what you think. I read the lyrics, and I say, all right, what's the story? And he's like, oh, obviously it's about a guy having a hard time in a relationship.
Damn.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I was like blown away.
It's about zombies, bro.
I was like, dude, this is a song about zombies. Where'd you get that? And he's like, oh, dude, I mean, yeah, it's about zombies, but really what you're saying is this. I'm like, Sean Ross. Damn,
bro.
Yeah. So then we came together, made the music video, which was really cool. Honestly, like, this was during like early COVID quarantine. Mm-hmm. So it was like, all right, we're going to get these people in here, and, you know, we have to like work at a distance and like only have people working together who have been quarantining together. So as far as like the future of the entertainment industry, like I felt like we kind of did something historical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we made something in the middle of quarantine.
Yeah.
Followed all the rules and shit. I mean, I guess we followed the rules. Sure. But like, you know, we did it. You know, we did something artistic and creative, and I thought it came out good. It's a good looking video, I think.
You know what's funny is earlier you mentioned how you wrote poems years ago.
Yeah.
And now you're using them for songs. Mm-hmm. And there's a band that we both like who did that.
Dude, I know.
Dude, I'm wearing their shirt right now.
I know.
Bro, Heavy Dirty Soul.
I know.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, I know. And not too many people know about that.
No, bro.
Yeah. I
see it every now and then. It pops up on like recommended for you on YouTube. And I'm like, I watch it because I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
What, he's like walking down the street.
Yeah.
Reading Heavy Dirty Soul lyrics.
It's
you're just like, and then now you're just like, bro, that's Heavy Dirty Soul.
I know. It's cool as a fan, like who's been following the band for such a long time. Like,
yeah.
Like that's like the special thing about 21 Pilots that's left about them. They're a special band, but like for the fans who have been there, it's like we get it.
We get it.
Yeah.
I know where you came from. Like I know what that's from.
Yeah, man.
But it's funny because like now you can say like I get that. I get like how that works.
Yeah, I think it's a real thing, dude. I have this other project that I'm working on. We could talk about it a little bit later too if we want. But the first song I ever wrote when I was 13 is gonna be on that.
Badass, man.
You know, and I'm about to turn 25. Yeah. It's like, dude, that's like over 10 years of music
in the making
that I'm about.
Have you changed it at all? Like as far as I mean, you wrote the lyrics.
Yeah, because it all starts off as like a poem.
Right.
You know, no, didn't change any of the lyrics.
Now you just added music to it.
I'm just adding music to it.
That's badass.
Yeah. And a lot of the riffs I wrote when I was 13 also. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of the stuff's new, like pretty recent, a couple of years. But a lot of it's like, this is all shit that I wrote when I was a teenager. So I think that's going to translate also. Like, I described the EP I'm about to release. It sounds like a drunk 13-year-old wrote this music to me. And it's like, I don't know. It's kind of cool in that sense. Like,
and what's awesome is that's real.
It is real.
Like, those are feelings that you have at that time and, like, feelings people can relate to. Because there's a lot of music nowadays that, like, it's just words. There's no meaning behind it, you know? Because my WAP isn't, you know.
You don't like... Oh, dude, I love WAP.
Okay.
I love WAP.
Laughing bad, bro, but I can't relate to it.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, somebody can.
I guess.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
21 Pilots, great lyrics, but not everyone can relate to it.
Sure.
It matters to those who it does relate
Well, luckily I have a pet cheetah in my bag, so I relate to it.
yeah, for sure.
But no, that's what I love about your music and what I've heard so far. It's real, man. And the lyrics are real. And there's another musician I've had on this podcast, Fool Utopia. Same thing, bro. They're real music. And the thing about
I like Fool Utopia.
Dude, great guy, man.
I've heard. I think I've heard a song,
dude,
that I like.
But Matt Shaver's and Evil Ways is up there too in that category because, and there's something about like early musicians in their career where like the music that they write, the lyrics that they write, it's still real to them. Like, it's your feelings.
Yeah.
Right. It's not manifested by a producer or somebody else wrote it. Right.
Yeah. It's
and you just took the song and sang it. Like, this is you.
Yeah.
Like, this is a part of you. And I think that's what makes it special.
It's special because it also makes you, or any artist doing this, it makes you vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like, there's one song on the EP. Some people have already heard the demo on YouTube, which is down, of course. But the song's called My Fault. Dude, that's super personal shit. And it's like, most people wouldn't talk about it, But, like, I don't know. I guess as a way to say, hey, I'm not going to let this thing bother me anymore. Like, now I'm going to own it.
Yeah.
And then I turn it into art and show it to people. It was like a very, like, good feeling to record it and get it out there.
Well, yeah, and I think music is one of those ways that people express themselves, but also they go to maybe clear their mind in some way. And it's funny because there was a class I took in college, it was a philosophy class, and they talked about how when you're sad, you put on sad music to make you sadder.
Right.
And I think it's the same thing. Like, there's things we don't talk about, but like we need music like that because we need to like get in that mindset to get those emotions out.
Exactly. Exactly, dude. A lot of times people distract themselves. Yeah. But you need to sit down and feel it. That way your body can heal. And for me, that's what this EP was, man. Like, I was dealing with all kinds of shit, and getting to record this EP it allowed me to heal.
Bro, that's deep, man.
People
need time to heal.
Yeah, you're gonna hear this song about zombies and like, wow, that guy's so deep. Like, no,
but it's about zombies.
It's
about this love and people loving and the relationships and I feel dead inside because this relationship has caused me this. Nah, bro, it's just about zombies, man.
Yeah, dude, the EP is crazy, man. It starts off with like zombies, and then it goes through like simping for Dracula to wow, this country's fucked up to man, I got my heart broken to fucking like it's really crazy.
You know what movie I saw yesterday? Speaking of Dracula, fucking Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Bro.
I haven't seen that in forever.
Bro, I saw it last night. It was on Hulu, and I was like, oh, bro. I was like, I want to watch this movie. I watched it with my girlfriend, and we watched it. And as the Dracula part came on, I was like, oh, bro, this is my favorite scene. Where he's like in the bar playing. Dude, I started singing the lyrics. I'm like, bro, fucking beautiful.
Dude, I would watch that show.
And but again, what was his name? Peter, I think, in the movie. His character, he wanted to express himself through this Dracula puppet musical. Yeah. Right? And this girl wouldn't let him. She didn't believe in him.
Yeah, I know.
But now he's happy, bro, because he did his puppet show and she wasn't there.
Yeah.
She left. And sometimes people need to realize that the people you love are holding you back.
Damn,
bro.
That's deep.
And I learned that from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Even if what you create sucks, like, so what? Create it. Even if no one likes it, like, do it for yourself first. Yeah, bro. And then if people like it, that's a plus.
That's why I do the podcast, bro. It sucks, but it makes me happy, bro.
Nah, dude, I enjoy your podcast.
Thanks, bro. I really appreciate that. It makes me happy, man.
And that's all that matters.
And that's all that matters, man. It makes you happy. Your music makes you happy. Your music makes me happy, and it makes a lot of other people happy.
I'm glad to hear
that's
that.
Exciting, bro.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Do you have anything to show? I know you brought a sneak peek of it.
Yeah, dude. I got it's gonna be the lead single on the EP. Okay. At least that's what me and the producers have agreed upon.
All right.
But yeah, I could play something.
We'll play a sneak peek of it. We won't show the full. If you want, it's up to you. However you want to do it.
Yeah, I'll play a sneak peek of it.
All right.
I'll play like the first verse and chorus, and then I'll shut it up.
Let's do it. Let's see what you got. Matt Shavers and his Evil Ways.
All right, this is Black and Blue.
Bro, that was badass. Black and Blue.
Thanks, man.
Matt Shavers and His Evil Ways. That was awesome. Black and Blue, I kind of see where the song was going with it.
Yeah.
What's a little insight in Black and Blue? What is that the song that's that was like really meaningful, or is that just like something you came up with?
Not like super meaningful in the deep sense, but it was something that I was feeling.
Sure.
It was something I was feeling, and I just had to get out and down.
Yeah, man.
The song's about fucking. Like that's
Yeah.
what it's about. And I got in this particular moment when I wrote the song last year, or at least the lyrics.
Yeah.
I was kind of going through this thing, and it just came out of me. Like, I don't know, it just kind of came out of me. And the music, actually, a lot of those riffs and shit I wrote back when I was 13. You know, with the jazz duo. That used to be a jazz song.
So that's the thing. So like automatically, like as soon as it started, I definitely felt that blues.
Yeah.
Like I felt like I could be drinking a beer to that song.
Dude, yeah, man. I think I write good music for bars. You know?
Hell, dude, yes.
Yeah, man.
I can see that in the bar background, the opening to a movie. I
Dude,
can see
yeah.
it. Dude, hell
Yeah,
yeah,
for
man.
sure.
In a bar scene, I
Yeah.
could see that, man.
Yeah.
That's badass. I'm really excited. And you play all the instruments in that song?
Yes. The only thing that I didn't do was in the production process. Once I took it to the studio, we've added a couple of drum tracks to it, just because finding actual drummers is tough,
Okay.
and during COVID especially.
Sure.
But like I have percussion instruments that I own
Yeah.
that I did over the track, and then it's like,
Badass.
you know what? Let's just add like some cymbals here, you know, like things like that.
Did you learn any instruments? Have you learned any instruments since you started,
Yeah.
You really?
Yeah, during COVID. So I learned how to play cajon, which is that box drum thing.
Yeah.
Learned how to
Hell
play
yeah.
that. Shakers, some cymbals and things,
Yeah.
which I've never fucked with before. I
Yeah.
learned how to
Percussion.
Percussion. I just played with some stuff to see what sounded good. I've always been a bass player, so that was
Yeah.
fine. I have only been playing like acoustic guitar for a couple of years. So that was a thing. And then I have a baritone guitar that I use for a lot of like the solo riffs. So I've gotten a lot better on that during this time. And then I bought a normal standard guitar
Yeah.
for this, which I've never owned before. I've never
Badass.
had a standard guitar.
Sure.
So then I learned how to fucking play that real quick and just record it.
It amazes me, like you and the other musicians I've had on this podcast are like, yeah, like I learned this instrument because I had to do it for the song, and I just picked it up and like I started playing, and I'm like, bro, I've been playing guitar for like I don't know, since I was like 11, and like I'm still not at that level, and like maybe because I didn't take it too serious, in a sense where like I'm gonna write music, like I never took it to that level, but it amazes me like how quick like you pick it up and how good you are, and I think that's just something from the inside. That's just something like I think you have.
Thank you.
Because like I said, I play guitar and I'm not at that level, and I haven't played in a while, but I never got to that level where I could like pick up a guitar and like let's make music.
Yeah,
like, nah.
I get that, man. I think anybody can do it. I think I was just fortunate that I grew up in a small town. So 13, I picked up bass for the first time, and I would play like 6 hours a day every fucking day.
See, no, that wasn't.
So translating that to guitar wasn't such a big deal for me.
Well, and you also have music in you, like music is a passion you have.
Yeah, for sure.
And like I love singing, but I'm terrible at it.
Oh,
right?
Who cares?
So like I sing amazing in the shower.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that's as much as it goes. Right.
Yeah, as long as you enjoy doing it.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like if you are in the car with me, you're going to have a solo performance of Rick Guzman.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Because
Yeah.
I'll jam out and I'll sing my lungs out, bro. Sounds terrible.
Who cares?
But bro, it's fun.
Yeah. I don't think I sound that great either, but like I think I sound better when it comes to my stuff, but singing other people's songs.
It's hard. I think everyone has a genre, and everyone's voice fits a genre. In a sense. And the genre you're hitting, what genre would you put yourself in? Would you say?
I guess if I had to say, I would say the closest thing would be like Americana, just because Americana is like a blend of a lot of different things. It's a blend of like blues, country, folk, rock,
and
punk.
I got a little country in there. I got the bars and all that, like we talked about. Like you see that in a bar.
Yeah.
Got a little rock in there, blues.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything, bro.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, and like the other tracks on the EP are gonna sound a lot different. Every track sounds different,
That's
which
awesome.
I think is cool.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool because then it's not repetitive. It doesn't automatically put you in a genre like automatically like if I'm sad, I'll listen to one of your songs that's sad. If I'm in a badass mood, then I'm gonna listen to a badass song that you have. And that's and there's other artists that are like that, and that's what makes them good. I think. I think so too. They have sad songs. They have badass songs that gets you pumped, and then they have other songs that gets you depressed. I mean,
Yeah. That was something I always struggled with as an artist growing up. Was like I would write all these different things, and I'm like, yeah, but who am I as a musician? I come up with all these different things, but can I make an album of just this? Yeah. And then as I got older, and as the music industry changed, and just the way people make music changed, like genre is dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
Genre, what the fuck is that? It's like gender. Like, you can be whatever you want to be. I think you can make whatever you want to make.
It's true.
So that's how I felt. And like getting this EP done, I was like, dude, I'm not going to just make a blues album or a rock album. I'm going to just do whatever I want.
You just got to do a Christmas album.
Isn't that like the end of people's careers?
Is it?
I guess.
That's the like last time I heard Mariah Carey.
Yeah, well, she pops up out of nowhere during Christmas time, right? Yeah. I love Mariah Carey. Yeah.
Dude, Christmas. Dude, 2020 has like been a crazy year, and like to think we're already toward the end of September, Halloween's around the corner, Thanksgiving's coming up, next thing we know we're Christmas and New Year's, and then 2021, and 2020 has been, it seemed long, but at the same time it's been going by fast, at least in my opinion.
It feels like fast, dude. It feels like yesterday was March.
It's true. Yeah.
Well,
and because everything was closed, so like summer, like I didn't get to enjoy summer.
Yeah.
Everything being closed, and the beach. Well, the one time I wanted to go to the beach, couldn't have cars on the beach. You couldn't. You couldn't park. You couldn't drive on the beach. Everything was closed, so it's like, well, what's the point? Like,
yeah, dude. Back in May, I took like a personal little trip to Austin. Like, got me a hotel. I just wanted to stay and write some music.
Hell yeah.
And then the whole city was just dead.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. It was kind of weird.
Dude, yeah. So awesome. So for my birthday, I had rented out this badass like hotel room, like one of the most expensive in Austin. I don't remember the name. Like, it was legit.
Yeah.
Fancy as fuck. Like, I swear to you, I think we were the only ones in that hotel.
Probably.
Like, we went in there, and like the lobby was like a city. Like, they had stores like in the lobby. It was legit.
Was this in Austin?
Yes.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Dude, it was badass.
Yeah.
It was like, bro.
It's like a city.
It's a city, yeah.
I can't remember the name of that building.
It was badass. Well, yeah, I don't remember what hotel it was.
Yeah.
Like, I did it to myself. I was like, treat yourself. I went on like hotels.com, and I was like, what's the most expensive hotel in Austin? And I'm like, bet. Bro, it was beautiful. I swear to you, I think we were the only people in that hotel.
Quite possibly.
Like I'm not being like, I'm being very serious. Like, I ordered pizza, and like I went in the lobby to pick it up. There was like no one.
Yeah. I kind of like that though, like especially early COVID or early quarantine in San Antonio, how the whole city was just dead. You step outside and it's just quiet.
It is.
It was nice.
It was weird.
It was kind of cool.
Well, and you know what's funny is that, so you have The Walking Dead season 1 where Rick was going on his horse to Atlanta.
Yeah.
But then they took the actual picture of like when COVID hit and the quarantine, and it was like the same highway and everything, and it was empty.
Oh.
And it was like, bro, like,
that's freaky.
It is. It was like, bro, it's not the apocalypse I wanted, not the outbreak I wanted, but
yeah,
it was like, bro, yeah, early COVID was scary.
Did you also secretly want COVID to be the zombie apocalypse?
Oh, 100%, dude. Yeah, I've been waiting for the zombie apocalypse forever.
Since Walking Dead.
Yeah, bro, and like, I guess a little like tangent, but like, dude, Walking Dead.
So apparently it's ending with season 11, I think.
Yeah.
But then they're gonna do a Daryl and Carol sideshow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which I don't know.
I lost interest a few seasons ago, and it was, to me, one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah.
Because it was good, man. I mean,
oh, it was so good.
Being an artist, being a theatrical artist back in my day, the one scene I always wanted to reenact, like if I could reenact any scene ever, was the Rick and Shane, Shane's death. Spoiler alert. 10 years later.
Yeah.
Right before Shane dies, and that interaction between Rick and Shane.
It's good acting.
It was so beautiful. Man.
Yeah.
Yes, so good. And I was like, if I could reenact any scene, it would be that scene.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. It was good. Like, good writing, great acting. Like,
there's
everyone
fit
fit
their
seasons
were great.
Dude, like, there's characters, like the actors that fit the characters, like they were born for that role.
Oh, Andrew Lincoln.
Dude. Yeah. I think John Bernthal as Shane was like perfect also.
For sure. I think we haven't seen Andrew Lincoln in anything really since then. But
Yeah.
John Bernthal's the Punisher.
Yeah,
to
bro.
me, that's perfect.
Really?
He's the perfect.
He is a
Punisher,
good. No,
man.
like there's some actors that they are meant to play those characters.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyways, just a tangent. Yeah. The Walking Dead disappointment. And it sucks because it was a good show. But yes, COVID. I remember early COVID, dude. Like there was videos coming out like in China, like there was like people like killing people because like they had the infection and like they were walking around like with like AK-47s and like and hazmat suits. And everyone's like, "What the fuck's going on, bro?"
Well, I don't know shit about fuck, but apparently China's been crazy.
Oh, bro, it was.
You hear
insane.
about all these different things happening in
bro,
China.
I don't
and
know.
it's like, damn.
But I remember early COVID was creepy. I mean, every month in 2020 has had something, bro. The killer bees.
Yeah, dude.
What happened to the killer bees, bro? The killer hornets or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. What's that movie, Cabin in the Woods? You ever seen that?
No, I never saw it.
Well, I guess like it's kind of like a spoof off of horror films, but like it's a group of teenagers in this cabin, but there's this group of like scientists or something behind the scenes, and they get to release what they want. So it's like, let's send zombies in there, or let's send ghosts in there, and that's kind of how 2020 felt. It's like, all right, this month let's send this. Yeah.
So wait, so that's how the movie ends?
Well, the movie ends with, spoiler, I guess. It's been a long time. But it ends with the teenagers finding out about this group of scientists or whatever the fuck they are.
Oh, okay.
Who are using them as an experiment
Oh,
to see how they would survive
But it's a
against
comedy?
zombies. It's kind of like a horror comedy kind of thing. It's a pretty good movie. Cabin in the Woods. It's great.
So it's like it's not like Sacha's Party where it ends and it's like
No.
everyone's fake.
No, it's not
Like
like
that was a stupid ending.
It's not like that. The ending to Cabin in the Woods is fucking crazy.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a good movie.
that's good.
Yeah. And that's kind of how 2020 felt.
Yeah, just things being thrown. Yeah, dude, the killer hornets or whatever. That was that, and then there was like 3 hurricanes. Like I was like, what the hell is going on?
Crazy, man. Yeah.
Yeah, every month has been something, and I mean, not to. I know, like we're talking about COVID, but like I don't mean it to be like in a joking manner. Like COVID is serious. Like I mean, there is legit. Like I've had family members who have passed away because of COVID, and it sucks, bro. Like I haven't seen them in years, but like hearing them, it's like, oh yeah, like I remember them. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Well, what sucks is like all of those people who died could still be alive, right?
Yeah.
Now, you know, if we had done something about it,
Yeah.
I don't know, in a different way or sooner. I don't know. Maybe we should all still be in quarantine. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, you look at other countries, and I mean, I'm not a political genius. I'm not.
Me neither.
I don't get into politics. And like I'm gonna be very honest about it. Like I don't get into politics. I don't care for politics, to be honest. Because it's just I don't have time for that. Like, I ain't got time.
It's not your field.
It's not my field.
Yeah,
and so
it's
like
alright.
I said, I don't know shit about anything. Like what you said. What did you say? Like I don't
know shit about fuck.
I don't know shit about fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. But I mean, you look at other countries that were in quarantine and took it very, very serious, where everything stopped. Like
Everything stopped.
Like everything.
And their governments like really did a good job taking care of them.
Yeah.
Financially.
And then like now
everything.
they're like no exposures, like no one's positive.
Or very, very little.
Yeah.
And like now they're getting up
Back
and
up.
going. Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, like should it have been early? I don't know. Again, I don't know shit about fuck. Whatever.
Yeah.
There's another saying that I heard back in the academy. It was I have a CHS.
CHS. What's that?
Can't hear shit.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
I'm suffering from CHS.
Yeah.
Can't hear shit. Yeah, dude, 2020's been whack. But you know what, man? I'm really glad to see that you and you and I'm sure there's other people who've used that time to reflect on them. You know, maybe had a new sense of a new mindset, a new purpose. And I talked about this in the last episode, like having a goal, like having something to live for.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so important.
For sure. For sure.
Like so important in life, man, because if you don't know what your purpose is, you're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna feel like ass, bro. Like then you're gonna be asking, you're just living, you're just waking up and you're just going to work, 9 to 5 or whatever, and then you come home and then you just what are you gonna do? Like what do you live for? You gotta have some sort of purpose, and whether it be family, I'm doing this for my family, or I'm doing this for me. You gotta do something. You gotta find something, and so I'm really glad to see that you have found something in music. Took the time to live your dream, man. Because I mean, would you say like in a sense you're living your dream right now, focusing on music and I mean it's not done by any means, but like
yeah.
you're just starting, but like you're doing what you love.
Yeah, for me, I mean, that's just all it is. It's like I'm doing what I love to do. Like I'm grateful to have the time to do it.
Yeah.
And then once I do go back to work and everything get back to normal, I guess like now that I've done the EP, now I'm going to be a lot more serious about like making time to continue that process. So in that sense, yeah, it's like following your dream. But when we're talking about purpose, I don't know if we have to know what our purpose is at any particular age. Like maybe some people don't know their purpose until they're 50. I was very fortunate to know my purpose at a very, very young age. And I think my purpose in life on this earth is to bring people together.
Yeah.
I mean, you've known me. Like, that's what I do. Like, as far as like making people feel welcome or like hosting parties and things and like getting people to just hang out. Like, that's what I do best. That's my purpose in life. And I feel like my music ties into that. It's like, dude, I'm going to play this show. Everyone come. Let's all have drinks, hang out, whatever. You know, hey, here's this new person I just met. Here are my friends. Yeah. Let's all be friends. Yeah. Like, that's what I do best. And I figured that out. And maybe, you know, other people don't have it figured out, but they will. Hopefully.
Yeah, and hopefully, I mean, that's what I guess I'm getting at. It's like, you know, it's okay if you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying you got to do it, but you will find it, I guess, eventually. But it's, you got to find it, you know, and you can't just wait around for it either.
Yeah.
Like, you got to go out and do it. Like, you got to go out and find it. There's a saying I've been hearing over and over these last few weeks, and it's people at work, and they're like, if you're not happy, find out why. And I'm like, damn.
Well, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Find out why.
If you're not happy, find out why. And it got me thinking, I'm like, yeah, why aren't you happy? Like, what, like, why am I not happy right now? And then you just start thinking, man.
You start thinking, and I bet it's a lot simpler than people think.
Oh, yeah. Like, oh, dude, I hate my job. Well, why are you doing your job? Because it pays good. What do you want to do? Bro, I love cars, man. Like, I want to work on cars. No bullshit. One of my dad's coworkers, I think it was a coworker. He did this. He was making good money in a job, and he quit everything. Became a mechanic. Like, he had a good job, making good money. Hated it. Quit his job, became a mechanic.
Just because he wanted to.
Bro, died happy. He died doing what he wanted.
Hell's yeah, man. That's awesome.
Making probably 50% less than what he made.
So what?
Bro, but he was happy.
That's
more important than money. Happiness is more important than money.
Yeah.
Money won't buy you happiness. It helps.
But it can buy you a boat.
No, but, you know, I think it's important to know, you know, if you're not happy, and you realize you're not happy, and you want to do something about it, you gotta find out why. You gotta find out why you're not happy.
Yeah.
And if you start breaking it down, like, hey, I don't like my job, I don't like where I live, and I just, you know, I don't feel like I connect with my friends or something, something, whatever it is. Find out why. Find out why you're not happy, and then what you want to do, what your reasons why. Let's try to fix them.
Yep, and understand the things you do that make you unhappy.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, people who smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's like, if you smoke a cigarette and you just beat yourself up the whole time, then why are you doing it?
Yeah.
You know, figure out why that's the thing. You know, so.
What gives you the same feeling of smoking, you know? Because some people start relying on that feeling.
Yeah.
It's like, what else gives you that?
Yeah, like taking the bad out and replacing it with something good, right?
Something
a little more positive or healthy.
Yeah, like stop drinking energy drinks and drink coffee.
Yeah, for me, it was like replacing a lot of the bad shit with music. You know, music kind of became therapy for me.
Hell yeah, and that's important too, man. Like, dude. So, bro, I mentioned this again on the last episode. Mental illness, like mental health, is like so fucking real.
Yeah, dude, and this country's behind on that.
Bro.
This country's behind.
Bro, like the other day, no bullshit, bro. For 8 hours, all the calls I took were mental health related.
So, okay, yeah. So, in your opinion, like, for those mental health calls or crisis that people are going through, should we send social workers or someone who's a little bit more psychiatrically?
So you know what's beautiful, and so my department that I work for, I don't mean this just because I work for them, but bro, like, we are so far ahead in other cities and states. So the department I work for, we have a mental health unit. Like it's a small unit. It's one of the newest units we have. Okay, but it's a mental health unit that focuses on just that. Small unit. HBO did a documentary on that unit here in San Antonio.
No shit.
Yeah, no bullshit.
What's it called?
Ernie and Joe and Ernie.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
It's badass. Emmy. It's Emmy nominated.
I'll have to look it up, man.
Badass.
Yeah.
It's Emmy nominated like this year. HBO did a special, and there's another documentary on YouTube. There's a bunch of documentaries
About this unit in
San Antonio. Yeah.
Wow.
Nope. Like, and it's badass. And like when I first saw it, I'm like, bro, I want to do that. Like, it's badass, right? One of the other reasons why like this thing, this career motivates me, right? Because there's so many avenues you can go to. But anyways, unfortunately, mental health is a real thing, and it sucks because I have, in the short time, on patrol, I have seen so many people dealing with mental health, and there's only so little you can do. And like, they're suffering, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I can't say they know, but like, they don't know. Like, to them, like, that's their world.
Yeah.
And you look at them and you're like, I'm sorry. Like, I want to help you, but like, there's not much I can do. And so there are places we can take them, right? There are places to help. But even then, like, what are they going to do? Like, give you the proper medicine and then like, sorry, like, that's all they can do.
I don't know. I guess we'd have to like read case studies and like see shit.
Yeah, there's only so much to
understand.
Do, though. So even like in the law enforcement side, there's only so much we can do as far as law enforcement.
As far as law enforcement.
Well, like, hey, like, talk de-escalation and talk you out and try to get you help. Let's go see somebody. Mm-hmm. And then we take them to see somebody. And even then, like, yeah, like, there's doctors and stuff that specialize in mental health. But even then what? I mean, there's medicine and stuff to try to help them, calm them down maybe. But you're right. The country itself is behind on mental health. Yeah. And there isn't a lot that we can't. There isn't a lot. And that's the issue. But it's legit. Like, it's a real deal, man. Like, there's a lot of people dealing with mental health.
Yeah.
And it sucks. Because it sucks seeing them. Because you're like, I'm sorry.
Right. Like, you want to help, but you just don't know what to do, right?
Well, it's like, I can't save you. Right? And, like, as a law enforcement officer, you want to save everyone. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't. Like, I can't. Like, I'm sorry.
When it comes to the mental game.
Yeah.
Like, how are you supposed to save everyone?
I can try to talk you down, like people who try to commit suicide, people who want to hurt themselves or hurt other people. Hey, de-escalation is so good, and I think my department did such a good job as showing us how to use de-escalation to our advantage. But it's the aftermath, like someone who wants to commit suicide, right? We take them to a special hospital, a special place to seek help, talk to somebody, right?
Yeah.
But then even then, like, so suicide isn't illegal. That's the thing. Like, killing yourself isn't illegal.
Right.
And it's shitty because if someone like wants to hurt themselves, like, I can't, if you're not hurting anyone else, like, I can't stop you. Like, I can stop you. If I see it, there, I can try to stop you from hurting yourself. But like, there's only so much I'm allowed to do
legally, right?
Legally,
like you can't.
I can't shoot you. Yeah, like I can't. Yeah, I can try to do intermediate weapons, to try to stop you, but it's hard. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard when someone wants to hurt themselves because it's not illegal. It's not like, and it's fucked saying that.
It is kind of fucked,
but it's not like now. If there's other people in let's say you're in the house,
like in the vicinity. Or
yeah,
something?
like, well, then that's different, right? Because now, hey, there's potential hazards for other people. Someone else might get hurt, in the process or whatever. Even if your intention is not to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
But it sucks, man. It's real. Like, it's so real. I don't even know how we got on that topic, man. But
I don't know.
But
I will say that a couple years ago when I went to London, for that theater trip, I was at a bar or a pub. I was at a pub and I was talking to the bartender and I asked her, hey, when you have Americans come through here, what's like the main difference you see between us and y'all? And she said therapy. I was like, oh, therapy. That's really interesting. Why'd you say that? She's like, well, everyone here goes to therapy. Even the happiest people. Everyone goes to therapy. I'm like, dude, wow. If you go to therapy in America, you look like a bitch. Yeah. And like that's a problem.
That is a problem. Absolutely.
Like the happiest people should go to therapy. Everybody should talk. Like that's why I love doing this podcast. Just talking to people.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Tell me about it, bro.
Talking to anybody all the time. Just talk about anything.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're happy or really sad, just talk, man. And they really like influence that shit over in Europe. But here, like, you're a bitch if you talk about your feelings. And that's a problem.
And that is a problem.
And I think it seems like right now people are, like, really, like, trying to be better about that.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe we're going in the right direction. Or we have an idea of which direction to go to make it better here. But we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know.
It's true.
I don't really know what more to say or do about that. Like, I don't know.
No, and I think it's just time change. I think it's as we grow and learn more about, because mental health, like even though it's been around, it's a new thing, right? Like therapy, it's new in a sense of like more accepting, more
more accepting, accessible
is the word you can access therapy easier now.
Yeah, a lot easier now, which is a great thing. But also, I guess like culturally, more acceptable too. Yeah, right. Which is good.
But yeah, that's interesting. Europe is so different, man.
Yeah,
I've never been, but like again, the stories I've heard, it's a whole different world.
Oh, Europe's crazy, man. You know? Yeah, crazy different. It's cool. It's cool over there. Yeah. I do think that there's a sting in being an American right now, especially right now. Which is unfortunate for people who are like super gung-ho about being American.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or even just like the people who just like, fuck, like I want America to be great. But you know, we got some problems that we got to work on.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I can always feel good about, or at least somewhat good about, is that I live in Texas.
Hell yeah.
I love living in Texas. I love being a Texan. Texas isn't perfect either. You know, we got some shit we got to figure out too. But at the end of the day, it's like, dude, at least I live in Texas.
Yeah. At least we're not in California.
Yeah, dude, for real. Especially with all that crazy wildfire shit going on over there, man.
Fuck,
crazy.
Yeah. Damn, now you made me feel like an asshole.
No.
No, but dude, Texas is good,
dude.
Texas is so far ahead in other things, I would say.
At least we think that
I
way.
mean, maybe. I don't know. I've never lived anywhere else.
Maybe we're full of shit.
Maybe.
Like, you know, just like Texans are.
I've met people... I've in you know, at work I've met people who are out of Texas and they came down and they're like, I didn't know there were cities here. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, they're like, nah, like legit, like I thought it was all sheriffs. I'm like, well, we have sheriffs, like
yeah,
but I don't think it's like horseback what you think.
Yeah. When I was on the cruise ship, my first night, I went to the cafeteria to eat, and there was this British dude. We sat down at the same table, and this British dude was like, oh, where are you from? I'm like, oh, I'm from Texas. It's like, Texas? Are you packing?
What the fuck?
Like, are you packing right now? I'm like, no, man. Not everyone in Texas has a gun.
Yeah. It's crazy how easy it is to get a gun in Texas.
Not just Texas. I mean, the whole country.
The whole country, but
yeah,
Texas.
Yeah.
Especially Texas.
Especially Texas, yeah.
Especially Texas. Texas is great, man.
I love Texas. I can't imagine myself living anywhere else.
Me neither, man. I love visiting other places.
Yeah, of course. I love traveling.
But Texas is...
Like your home base?
Yeah, dude.
Texas, man. Like...
Everyone's so nice, man. The Southern hospitality. I mean, okay, not everyone's nice.
Not everyone's nice.
Not everyone's nice. But compared to other states that I've been to up north, Texas, they're pretty nice. Dude,
yeah. I mean, I've spent a lot of time up north, too. And a lot of those people are nice. Dude, I was just in Dallas a couple weeks ago, hanging out for a couple days. And, dude, every single person I ran into, just fucking nice. Just everyone was just super nice to me. Yeah, I was like, dude, this is great.
This is great.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Texas. Southern hospitality. It's real, man.
Yeah. And if you need any more reason to stay, we need Whataburger.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Everything went downhill when Whataburger was sold.
To Chicago? Actually, everything went downhill when Harambe was shot.
Fuck.
Back in 2016.
That's true.
When Harambe was shot.
Everything has been downhill.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so I'm huge on conspiracy theories.
Oh, yeah?
Huge. Like, crazy on conspiracy theories.
Okay.
And there's this conspiracy, speaking of, like, years, 2012. All right, 2012.
Okay.
Supposedly, if you research 2012 online, you can't find any evidence that 2012 was supposed to be the year we died.
No evidence based off of the whole like Mayan calendar and all that.
None of that.
Nothing. Oh, okay.
None of that. Like apparently that like no research in 2012. Like remember how everyone's like, oh dude, 2012, like everyone's gonna die.
Yeah.
Dude, none of that exists online. I haven't tried it, but I've seen things about it, and I'm like, damn. And I probably should try it, right? But
what?
Dude, 2012, like look it up on Google and see what.
And see how like nothing's there.
Yeah,
that's weird.
So the theory is that we all did die in 2012.
Oh, dude, don't fucking say that. You're gonna trip me out, man. That's crazy.
Everything. So here's the theory, bro.
Okay.
In 2012, we did all die. The Earth went into a black hole. I think not the Earth, but the solar system, the Milky Way, went into a black hole. And we've been in a black hole this whole time, right? That's why the days seem faster. That's why like things are going by faster. Like, bro,
that's really interesting.
We're all dead, bro.
2012 was like such a good year for me too. It's weird.
2012 was a good year, but I don't feel a difference. But it's because the whole solar system went into the black hole.
Back into okay.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And the other conspiracy theory that I'm not saying it's true. Okay. Hollow Earth, bro.
Hollow Earth? What's
Earth.
that about?
The Earth's hollow.
Because it is.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm just talking.
No, I don't, bro. The theory is that because you know how there's a core, right? Like magma and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't know for sure.
I guess we don't know for sure.
We never dug that deep.
We haven't dug that deep yet.
Right. We don't know for sure that there's a core. We assume, but there's no physical proof or evidence.
We've dug pretty deep.
The
right?
deepest hole we've dug is 7 miles.
Bullshit.
Bro,
really?
I'm telling you, bro.
That's the deepest we've dug?
It's the deepest hole we've ever dug. And I'm not saying like a hole like where we go in. Like just a straight, like a pipe. Let's just like a small hole.
Uh-huh.
If you look up on YouTube, the hole, it's called like the gateway to hell or something like that. Because when you hear the video, you hear screams and shit, bro.
Oh my God.
Bro, when they're digging that hole, people are screaming, bro. And so that's why, bro, it's people in the hollow earth, bro. I'm telling you.
I think the only thing that freaks me out more than that is the ocean.
Okay, bro. The ocean's fucking creepy too, bro.
Dude, when you think about like the deepest, what's the deepest trench? Is it the Mariana Trench or
maybe.
Midnight something?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
The deepest point in the ocean? Scary shit.
I don't even know how many miles it is deep, but
there's
pitch
YouTube
black.
videos on it, but
pitch black. Like there's animals, there's fishes, and that we're still finding.
Yeah. Oh, there's like something crazy, like thousands of species that we
still have not even. That's insane.
It's fucking crazy.
You know what? Animal. I don't know what do you call a fish? Or like what's the scientific name?
Oh shit.
Okay. All right. Like
I just play guitar, man.
All right. I don't know shit about fuck, bro.
Yeah. I can't coin that, by the way. That's from a TV show.
Damn. Where's that from?
It's from Ozark. You ever seen that?
No.
Check it out. Ozark is crazy.
I'll have to listen to it.
It's a crazy show.
I have to hear it. I have to watch it.
Yeah.
Anyways, fucking squids, man. Squids are terrifying as fuck.
Like giant squids?
Giant squids, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like just think of a giant squid.
Can you imagine dying, being killed by a fucking giant squid? What a lame ass way to die.
Bro, just think about a giant squid for a second. Like a squid, right? But a giant squid, bro. Like laying like on the fucking beach. Like you walk up one day to Port A, you see a fucking giant squid. Eyes on each side, fucking pointy head. Like it's terrifying as fuck, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Scary, like big as like fucking size of a 18-wheeler. You're like, fuck. And that shit exists, bro.
It shit exists. I would say whales too.
Well, I think we're more normal to whales.
We're a little bit normalized to whales.
Whales are mammals.
But if you imagine just a fucking whale on the beach,
that's
this
scary.
giant thing,
true.
that's scary too.
Well, whales are mammals.
Yeah, true.
Sure. Dolphins are mammals.
Have you watched The Boys yet?
No.
Dude, you gotta watch The Boys. There's a scene with the whale in it that's really good. But you gotta watch The Boys.
It's a band, right? Like they're a band or something?
No. So The Boys it's kind of like a weird satire on American, not just American, but superheroes in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like you take all the shitty things about America and then make them superheroes.
Nice.
And that's what the show's
the
about.
way they're superheroes
would be in our society.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's true. That's funny.
Yeah, man.
What is it on? Netflix?
Amazon.
On Amazon?
Yeah.
Gotta check it out, man. Speaking of the ocean, though, So ocean's fucking terrifying. Like, I agree with that. So I did, was it parasailing?
Oh, yeah.
I was up in Cozumel one year. I went parasailing. And, bro, something about being, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know. 50 feet? Is that even accurate? No, probably more than that.
I think it might be more than that. I don't know. I went parasailing in Hawaii. I can't. Yeah. It was high up.
It was high as fuck.
I can't think about the distance.
It was high as fuck.
Yeah.
100 feet. I don't know.
It was high.
High.
That's it.
High as fuck.
Yeah.
And something about looking down, and it's just water. It was fucking terrifying.
Dude, yeah, man.
I freaked out. I probably lasted maybe like a minute up there.
Before you started freaking out?
Before I was like, get me down. Okay. Get me down, bro. Because something about looking down, I'm like, bro, if this rope that's holding me to this boat rips, I'm on a parachute, basically.
Yeah.
And where am I landing? In the water.
Yep.
Like in the deep blue, bro.
And you're fucked.
And you know what's going to land on top of me? This parachute. In the deep blue ocean.
And you're fucked.
And I'm fucked because this fucking life jacket, whatever, but I got a parachute that lands on top of me, and then I'm gonna fucking drown. And then a shark's gonna get me. Bro.
Something.
A giant squid's gonna... Dude.
Dude, that's how it was on the cruise ship, man. Like, you know, like late at night, or even during the day. Like during the day and you're in the middle of the ocean, you just look around, there's nothing but ocean. You're like, damn, dude, if we sunk right now, that'd be it.
Like, we're fucked.
And then in the middle of the night, like anybody can just walk anywhere.
Yeah.
So if somebody... It happens a lot, unfortunately, on cruise ships.
Overboard.
People jump overboard. It's like, dude, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. Like, it's weird. It's so crazy. I couldn't imagine.
The ocean is a scary place. I mean, we only know what, like, we only know like 3% of the ocean.
Something crazy like that. Yeah.
Bro.
I don't know.
That's insane. You know what's also insane though, bro? I don't know why we're on this topic, bro. But space, whatever. Bro.
Space is cool, man.
Okay, so here's the issue with space. Here's my issue with space. Do you believe that space is infinite?
Well, I don't know shit about fuck, right? So I don't think anybody knows anything really when it comes to
space,
anything. I don't know. So yeah, like I don't know, man.
Okay, hear me out on this, all right? Because when you try to think about like things being infinite, like it's something about like our minds that like we can't think. Like I can't, and I've talked to other people about this. Like our minds just can't comprehend infinite.
No, we couldn't. There's no.
We can't. Like our brains don't comprehend that infinity. Like space is infinite. Like there is no end to space.
Sure.
And it's like like they're like
it's weird.
But okay, so here's my thing, and I got told this because I made the argument like no, it has to end, right? But then they made the argument of well, what's on the other side of it? And you're like fuck. And then you're just like damn, bro.
Yeah.
Because if it ends, then what's on the other side? Like what's?
I don't know.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, something about infinite is just it's too much for the brain to comprehend.
Dude, I heard someone once say that God is like gravity, and that it's there. We know it's there. We can't see it, but we know it's there, and it connects everything.
That's deep, bro.
I was like, damn, that's really good shit.
That's deep.
Yeah, man. God is gravity.
God is gravity. It's there. That's true. We know it's there.
We don't feel it.
We don't see it.
But it connects everything.
Fuck.
I think that's really interesting.
That's good.
Yeah.
Some deep stuff, man. I don't know how we got on the topic of space and oceans and infinite and all that crap, but man, yeah, dude, like there's so much we don't know.
Like so much we don't know, but also like who cares that we don't know? Like
yeah, right.
I don't know, like live a fucking life. Like
don't
worry about it.
And you know, I think that's one of the reasons why I really connect to Men in Black.
Yeah, I love it.
Dude, the first one though, about like when they're playing marbles. Is that the first one they're playing marbles? Yep. Bro, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
It gets to you, you're like, jeez.
Yeah. But who cares? Like, if that's true, if that was true, so what? Who cares?
Yeah, bro.
It's not like we're ever gonna fucking know or experience it, so like, who cares? Like, worry about what's in front of you and just do your thing.
Worry about today, worry about right now. Tomorrow's another day.
Yeah. And then as far as living your life goes, I mean, there's that saying, think globally, act locally. You know what I mean?
I haven't heard of that one before.
Yeah. So, like, think about the world's problems.
Yeah.
Always think about it. But act with your local circle.
Yeah.
Because anything I do here in San Antonio, Texas, it's not going to affect someone in China. You know what I'm saying? I can think about the problems they have in China, but I can't do anything about it. But I know there's probably some issues in San Antonio or my life, my circle of friends, my family, whatever.
I can
do something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true, and that's good. 1 foot forward, 1 foot over the other.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
How do you eat a shit sandwich? One bite at a time, bro.
Damn. Yeah, I guess that's true. I was like, what's the punchline here?
No, bro.
Like,
one bite at a time.
No,
bro.
it's just real.
It's real, bro.
Yeah.
When the shit hits the fan, how do you do it, bro? You take it one step at a time, bro.
Dude, yeah, I don't know. I feel like me personally, something that I had to sit down and deal with during the early stages of quarantine was, wow, Mad Shavers. When something bad happens, you're really good at just immediately turning it off and throwing it away instead of looking at it and like figuring it out.
Yeah.
And then that's something I had to do during quarantine because it's like all you have is you in your room, right?
Yeah.
You know? And it's like the shit sandwich. Like eat instead of throwing the shit sandwich away, which I guess you could do. Eat the shit sandwich and then like, wow, I didn't like that. I'm never gonna experience that again.
Yeah. Well, we gotta learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we can't. I don't think we can grow without making mistakes. And when you make mistakes, personally for me, when I make a mistake, you know, I'll never do that shit again.
Right.
Because that sucked.
Because it sucks.
But you got to learn something. Like when, you know, I don't have kids, right? But I always heard, you know, when a kid falls, scrapes scrapes their knee, you know, starts crying and stuff, or when they touch a hot stove or something, you know, they'll never do that shit again.
Right.
They'll learn. It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
But they'll learn. Don't touch that hot stove.
I feel like that's especially true with like kids and stuff, but I think a lot of young adults, even old adults, older people, I don't know, sometimes they don't fucking learn. They just keep doing the same shit. And it's like, I don't know why that is.
Yeah, bro. There's a good book I read. I don't know why I thought about this. It's called Tweak by Nick Sheff. I don't know how you say his last name.
Okay.
But it's about just going about that, like the mistake you never like. You always keep making the same mistake, and in the book, it's him trying to go through recovery from drugs and alcohol. But one of the statements that he makes throughout the book is like, the only reason like I kept doing drugs was to just try to get that first high again. Right, and that's where shit gets dangerous, because they start doing drugs, right? Because that first time they got high, whether it be marijuana, whether it be meth, whatever, they got high. Well, then. Let's say it starts with marijuana. Well, then they can't get the high again, so they go to something stronger, you know, meth or something, whatever. And you're always trying to get that first high, and you'll never get that first high again. Like you never will experience that high until you go to something stronger. Yeah. But then you'll never experience that one again until you start mixing shit. Yeah. And that's where you get fucking dangerous. Yeah. So yeah. So I think it's this. People just try to re-experience some things, but every time they do, it gets worse. Yeah.
I think that's true. I think that's something I realized about myself in college. Yeah. You know, I fortunately / unfortunately started doing a lot of shit at a really early age. Yeah. Just because growing up in small towns, I mean, that's just how it is. Yeah. But then, like, by the time I was in my early 20s, you know, you're like, damn, you know, the way I felt and acted upon this certain thing is not the same thing 10 years later. Yeah. You know, from when I was 13 to 21, like drinking, for example, like drank from when I was 13 and then my 21st birthday happened.
You know, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is just another day of drinking. And it's like, holy shit, no, man. Like, it's not the same anymore. Yeah. You know? So to have the strength and mental capacity to tell yourself, this is not good. Yeah. And
it's important. I think at some times people need, I don't know, a change in their lifestyle, whether it be medical issues or something physical happening to them or something, where you realize, oh shit, this is bad. I need to change it. Yeah. So it's life, man. I mean, it's shit that happens. Again, it's part of the growing up people learning from your mistakes. I mean, I learned from my mistakes. Won't do that shit again. I hope it never happens again. So,
yeah.
Just part of it. Part of the game, I guess, bro.
You got to do to learn.
That's right.
It's one of the best pieces of advice I've ever been told. You got to do to learn.
Do to learn. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Well, bro.
Dude.
This has been a good night, a good cigar night. I think we're going to go hit some cigars now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Because, with a cigar night, usually we try to be outside and stuff. But with COVID and well, today it was raining outside and all this stuff. We did the episode indoors. And I think we're going to try to switch to that. Just so it's more clear. It was such a pain. Previously, early episodes would it be outside and stuff. There was so much background noise and stuff. Oh, and it's hard to edit that shit out. And so I'm trying to.
We can figure that out.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of outside things.
Yeah.
When you try to do things outside live, one time, one shoot type things. But I think indoors it's sounds better. I think. And it makes it a little easier.
I bet we could Google something to make outdoors work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
for sure.
But I definitely want to get back to smoke cigars during the podcast. That's a big point of this podcast. But cigar night for me, man, honestly, it's more about a message. And that's to get the message of trying to get people to be happy, man, to do what they love. Although cigar night revolves around cigars and stuff, cigars is just what brings the people together.
Exactly, dude.
I think for me, the goal of the podcast is to get just to make people happy by listening, give people ideas, motivation to do new things. So cigars, it is a plus to it, the podcast, but we're still trying to figure it out, man. We're still going through things, man. Hey, man, it's part of the growing up, bro.
That's right.
It's part of the process, man.
Yeah, man. You gotta adapt and adjust.
Adapt and adjust. I love that, bro. Well, with that, man, I think it's been a great episode we recorded today. It's great having you here, Matt Shavers and his Evil Ways. Can't wait to see that EP drop and hear it.
I can't wait.
Is it going to be on Spotify and stuff? What's the
It's
plan
going to
with
be
that?
so. It's going to be on a lot of things. It's going to be. We're still working that out, but it's going to be at least on Apple Music, Spotify, Bandcamp.
Hell yeah!
And then on some other things. So as long as you're already subscribed to those things,
yeah, we'll see it.
You're going to get it. You don't have to pay anything extra.
Hell yeah! Well, when you drop it, on your Instagram page, wherever it's going to be on, I'll make sure to put it on my page, on the Cigar Night page, so you can check it on the story, get the link. And we'll check out Matt Shavers and his Evil Ways with the EP, and I don't know, maybe an album will come out later.
Next year, dude.
Hell yeah.
Next year, my first full length will be next year, for sure.
That's exciting.
Yeah, man.
Great. I can't wait to see what the future holds for you, man.
Thanks, dude.
It's great seeing you. It's great having you here, and we'll catch up soon, man.
For sure.
All right, man. Well, this is Cigar Night with Rick Guzman, and y'all have a great night, everybody.